Corabidi's ex-husband, Justin Dean, was interviewed by our own brother, Daddy Freeze. My country people, make una come here to you. Come here with Justin Dean talk about his in-laws, ex-in-laws, and the children and the rest. My country people no be small matter o. But copy to think of it, my country people, Justin Dean is a doctor. In his mind, though, he's a doctor. Yes, according to what he said. Doctor that cannot pay his children's school fees. Doctor that collected 50,000 US dollar from S. His S, so that split up their marriage. Doctor that keep dragging her ass every time and now. Dr. Dean, we know you. Please rest. Just try and move on and leave Cora. Just do the needful you need to do for your loved children. You claim you love them so much. And leave Cora. Let her drink water, drop cup. So, my people, anyone who supports Justin against our own princess KO is a win-win, because some of you can't take even half of what this man did to her. Yes, claiming to love the girls so much, yet you are busy buying their mother, trying so hard in order to just to scatter everything she's doing, just to take that food away from her mouth where she dey hustle, just trying to mess up everything for her. Who does that? All in the name of being jealousy. Yes, the annoying thing be say, when I know the other lady where she dey use the pepper Cora now, Freda now. This man was there watching this lady, Freda, calling her all sort of name, and he didn't say anything. Even up till now, this man failed to allow their second daughter, Antenna, to have passport so that she won't go with her mom, Cora, to Nigeria to visit Cora's family. My people, there are so many things where this guy don't do, But there is always two sides to a story. Which woman or man is perfect? Cora is not a saint, neither her husband, but people don't appreciate good till when it is gone. My people, I go allow una make una watch that clip of video. We'll come back later.
How did they feel when you came home with a Nigerian woman? How did your family react? Did they support you? Did they think it was a great idea, or did they think it was not such a good idea?
Well, my family knows that my life goes to the beat of my own drum. I make my own decisions. I'm generally make very sound, logical decisions. So they were a bit surprised. It wasn't what they expected, nor I. But they were very supportive. So very supportive, did the best to just make everyone feel at home and loved and supported. So, I mean, I would say that they were a little surprised, but they were very supportive, very loving.
And your in-laws back in Nigeria, were they as supportive? Were they as loving?
I mean, absolutely, right up into the minute that I wasn't an in-law anymore, and then they turned into crazy people.
Okay, let's not go any deeper. Let's just hover it around here so we don't get into any kind of troubles. Anything you want to question?
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to have more kids, or that's the end? If you go into another relationship, would you want to have kids?
So I've thought about this a lot. I love kids. I would love to have more kids. Obviously, if I get in another relationship, it's probably assumed that the woman would want her own child, at least one, right? So I'm very much open to it. I don't intend on being a single dad forever. I tend to be very selective. I am dating currently. But it's definitely an option. I mean, here in LA is very expensive, so there's financial considerations as well because kids are expensive. So you need to make sure that you can do it right. So yeah, the answer is yeah, I'd have more kids. I love kids. I mean, I play with my kids all day long if I can.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm, mm.
maybe I'd want a boy. We'll see.
Do you miss the nuclear family uh, institution where you have a man, his wife, and the kids? Or do you think you're coping perfectly well as a single dad?
I'm coping perfectly well as a single dad. I do want a nuclear family. Um, what I will say is it's very important that that nuclear family is healthy. So if the kids are raised in a toxic environment, especially little girls, especially girls, um, especially little girls, if they see in a toxic environment growing up, they're going to seek a toxic partner because that's what's normal to them. And so
Mm,
that's yes, I very much want a nuclear family. I very much want to come home to a wife and kids and that kind of thing. But it has to be a healthy environment.
mm,
If I can't find a healthy environment, then I'll just be single forever and be that cool single dad.
Awesome, awesome. So, that's all from my side. I wouldn't want to bring people in to ask questions because,
You're gonna get some crazy stuff.
oh yeah, it's gonna get wild. They're gonna
Yeah,
wild
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah.
But you know what? You guys can ask questions in the comment section. Any question for Dr. Justin Dean? Any nice, polite question that's not going to start an internet war, please?
And there's no need for this internet war stuff. Um,
Mm.
you know, people assume that I'm fighting or doing something. I'm not doing anything. I'm just like trying to raise my kids in peace. That's a common misconception.
Someone asked, let me see if this is safe enough. Do you think you contributed to the reason why your marriage packed up?
Well, it takes two to tango, right? I mean, nothing is ever one-sided in relationships. Um, my, I mean, yeah, I've called names. I've said harsh words. Wouldn't, I mean, they were situational specific and myself pretty well in those situations. But of course, I contributed to it. There's no relationship that could possibly exist that goes sour that both members are not involved in some capacity.
Mm, 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 mm. Now, this is just a regular question, has nothing to do with you or your circumstance. It's just the way things run in Nigeria. When a man in Nigeria gets married to a woman, he bears her financial burden. Is it the same in the States or is more of a 50-50 sharing formula?
I would say that that's very dependent on kind of where you're at. I am a traditional man. I pay all the bills. I've always paid all the bills. That's just the way I was raised. Because my father, that's the way my family was. My dad is the primary carer. He pays all the bills. So that's what I do, and I've always done. But here in America, it's kind of variable. If you have here in LA, it's a lot more men pay for everything because there's a lot of very wealthy men. Particularly, at least in the circles that I travel in, like I have friends that are billionaires, I have friends that are very wealthy. So obviously they're going to pay for everything. But like for example, my small town, where there's not as many high earning jobs for male or females, generally it's a little bit more everyone contributes. So it's very situational dependent. The feminist movement here has very much moved things towards like 50-50. But it's different in every house.
Mm, 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 mm.
The majority of America is a dual income earning society. So both men and women are working. So I would probably say the majority of America is both men and women are contributing to the finances.
So that is it, my country people. Now don't hear from the horse's mouth. Yes, my people, I want make una comment on our opinion down below. Comment that in with your mind. Let's rub mind together. Thanks for watching, people. Please like this video, share, and subscribe, and put on the post notification so that you don't miss any of our latest video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye for now.